welcome back to another episode, guys. I have James here with me from Have Dominion Outdoors. I don't know, where are you? There, wait.
What's up, guys?
There he is, we're headed out to the same field that I shot this hog at the other night. And as you guys know, I talked about it earlier in the season, but James has a trail camera that messages or sends you trail camera pictures through an app. And we just pulled up to the edge of this field, and James' phone started going off, and we have hogs at the feeder. So we're going to try to put a stalk on them, and hopefully the both of us can shoot a couple of pigs. Other than that, on tonight's agenda, we're going to try to get a coyote with a bow. I know I've been telling you guys that I've been trying to do that for a while, and that is also part of the plan this evening. We're going to try to shoot a coyote with a bow. I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be very, very challenging. And this is going to be another spot and stalk style of hunt, which you guys don't see from me very often. But it's time to be quiet, and we're going to sneak into this field. So we have a north wind tonight, and we're trying to go around this field and where these hogs are at. They're at the feeder, which is set up for a south wind. So if we circle around them, if the wind decides to blow, it'll be back in our face and we can get up on them. These guys are out here in the field, so we're going to try to put a stalk on them. There they are. They're almost in the exact same spot as where I shot that big boar at last night. Big one right there. You see him? That's a big one right there. There's a big one right in front of us. So this trail camera helped us out a lot. But James is running the red light on top of his camera, and we see the big one. They've kind of moved out away from the feeder. They've cleaned up all the corn, and they've moved out into the field. So we are, what would you say, about 100 yards out? 120?
We're closer to 200, to be honest.
Okay, so James says about 200 yards. We're a pretty good ways out. We're going to try to put a stalk on them. It's not too terribly bright. The moon isn't super, super bright.
They're also kind of bogged down over here in a wallow they've made, or not a wallow, but where they've rooted up a lot.
Yeah, it's terrible. I've kind of shown you guys. Another thing that I'm going to do is I want to bring the drone back out here and fly over this field again just to look how bad it is.
Yeah, it is terrible.
Because it's gotten 10,000 times worse since the last time I filmed a video flying over this field. So we're going to try to sneak in, get a little bit closer, keep the wind in our face, keep the light in their face, and see if we can't put a couple of pigs on the ground.
I certainly put her down quick. I think I went right through the heart. I was having to hold up because I was set on 20 and she was about 25, and I shoot a really heavy arrow, so I didn't adjust. I just aimed high. But what, she run 30 yards?
Nah, maybe even that. I mean, it was close.
Yeah.
She didn't go hardly anywhere at all. So
yeah, so she's dead.
Awesome.
So we're gonna look for blood for Bradley's.
I think it was just too high.
May have been high, but we'll look.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll clip an artery even if it's high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. She ain't dead, I can tell you that. Dang it. I just backed out of the freaking thing. Okay, good. I've never had one drop like that. What? Did she drop the ball? Yeah, watch. You're aiming like right at her spot. Yeah. So watch. Yeah, that's right about where I had it. Maybe a little bit to the left, a couple inches. She ducked you bad. It's about to come right now. She raised her head up. See? Oh, wow. Yeah. Sure enough. You barely clipped her at all.
Yeah. Dang it. I mean, I think part of that could have had to done with the drew back. I was holding right on her shoulder, and again, like I was saying, I shot and I jumped my bow hand a little bit, and that brought it up some. And then of course she
Gotcha.
ducked it too.
It wasn't a bad shot though, but she definitely ducked, and I'm wondering. I think they hear them coming. Is what I think.
Oh yeah.
I think they hear the arrows coming.
Yeah.
Like having a quiet bow is one thing, but you can't quieten down your arrow.
Yeah. Especially with a fixed blade. So with a fixed blade, they can really hear it whistling at them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that wasn't a fixed blade, but still. Okay, so after reviewing the footage, the hog that I was shooting at, the black and white spotted one, ducked a lot. And like I was saying a while ago, whenever I drew back, I got a little bit of target panic, and my bow hand jumped a little bit, which increased my arrow height quite a bit more. Because I mean, the further the distance you're shooting at, the more hand movement you have, the more that it's going to affect the flight of your arrow. And so that definitely messed me up at about 30 yards. And then of course, as you guys saw in the replay, the slow motion replay, she ducked it quite a bit. I mean, you can see the arrow coming in and kind of coming down like it's going to hit her where it needs to go, and then of course she ducked. That's one of those sows that we've been after for a while, and she's very, very smart. She was in the group that I shot my boar out of the other night, and she's just very well educated. She knows what the red light is, and she knows what we smell like. I mean, she's just very smart, to put it that way. And so while we did put one on the ground, we are going to put in the effort to try to recover that black and white spotted hog. And the both of us don't think that she is fatally wounded. I think it just passed through and barely cut the top of her back, maybe just grazed her a little bit. It looks like the arrow might have passed through some backstrap on her back or something. I don't know. It didn't look like it was fatal after we replayed the footage, and the arrow doesn't look like it has any blood on it whatsoever. We checked it and looked it over, and so all in all, I did shoot the animal, so we are going to make the effort to try and recover it. And I think we will be seeing her again, and I think she's going to be one of those pigs that it'll be almost impossible to sneak up on and shoot with a bow again. And
we'll have to hit her with a rifle.
Absolutely. I think we'll have to take her down with a rifle. But I do have a night vision scope that I can record all of that with, so that may be coming up in a future video, but we're going to put in our best effort to try and recover this black and white spotted hog.
And honestly, in Bosque County, when a pig's that big, she's probably been shot at before.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there are a lot of hunters around here that hunt them.
Yep.
So, you know, in a way, and Bradley can edit this out if he wants to, but in a way, it may be better that we wounded her, because that may get him off this guy's field for a little while.
Yeah.
She may lead him away from here and
Absolutely.
give his ground a break, which stinks for us because we like to hunt them.
Yeah.
But if you saw this guy's field at daytime right now, it's pitiful.
And the next video that you guys will be seeing after this one is going to be a video of me flying the drone over this place. So if y'all remember, about 2 or 3 months ago, I did a short little podcast and kind of flew the drone over and showed you guys some footage of this place, and I can promise you without a doubt in my mind, just by looking at it with the flashlight and looking at it from being out here a couple of nights ago.
Stupid llama.
I
hate that llama.
This property is way worse than what it was 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been in this field for some reason. I hadn't been in this field and hunted it in about a month or so.
Yeah.
And it's unreal how much more damage they've done. And I'm sure that we could come out here at least 2 or 3 more times this week and see hogs in it every single time. And it'll be a different group.
Yeah, well, and that big boar that was at the feeder.
Yeah.
That we didn't see.
Right.
He never came out in the field. He stayed over there.
We cut him off and got with the sows and all the piglets, and so it's insane how much damage they're doing to this field, and they're doing the same amount of damage to all the other fields around us. And so I will be flying the drone over this field so you guys can actually see how much worse it's gotten, how much the damage has progressed. But we're gonna go see if we can't pick up on a little blood trail, this black and white spotted hog.
Because they've been at the feeder.
Yeah.
There's always going to be new groups coming up off that river.
Oh yeah. As you can tell, we looked around for probably a good 15 minutes or so and tried to find my hog, and like I was saying a minute ago, there was just no blood, and after we rewatched the footage, the arrow just went right through the top of the back straps right here. And so I don't think, both of us don't think that it was a fatal shot at all. I think she's gonna live and be just fine, and I think it'll be actually pretty good because it'll keep the hogs out of this area for a little bit and give this field a rest because it is absolutely destroyed. James made an awesome shot on this one, as you guys can see right up in here. Went right through. Looks like you got some lungs and possibly the heart. Arrow didn't quite pass through both shoulders, but hey, she only ran about 15-20 yards and piled up. So any dead hog is a good one in my opinion. So
yep.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
We found good blood from her, which is also pretty rare for hogs. So I feel pretty good. We put it in the pump station.
Yep, for sure. Especially this time of year when you said something, about not being very good blood. This year in the winter, and whenever they're feeding in fields like this and hitting corns and they have protein feeders and stuff, they're going to build up a lot of fat to stay warm. And so you shoot them with an arrow, and most of the time they're not going to bleed as good as what they would in the late spring or summertime whenever they start to lose a lot of the hair and a lot of the fat. So she bled really well, especially for the broadhead that you were shooting. I mean, those standards have some small cutting diameters. So
yeah, she broke off the arrow. It kind of went in her shoulder straight, and then when she started rolling around the ground, it lodged up in here, and we actually found it on this opposite shoulder that you can't see right here, and pulled it out. So it lodged in the opposite shoulder, but it did the job.
Yep. That's
the important thing.
I have almost no doubt that those hogs will more than likely be back. And there's also a feeder on the other side of the property. You guys have seen me shoot a lot of pigs over there, and I think that they'll probably move back and stay in that area, or they'll come back over here and hit the river and maybe move on. And maybe it'll take a couple weeks before they come back. But you and I don't think either one of us have really hunted this field really, really hard like we were towards the end of the year last year. And so they've just kind of started pouring back in and doing an insane amount of damage. So we're going to try to get back up on them and try to keep the numbers down a little bit because they are wreaking havoc.
Yep, it's bad for the rancher that runs his cattle on this land for sure. He has trouble planting out here. He has trouble getting guys that'll come in and shred or do anything for him with tractors. So
yeah, and like I was saying, I mean, I'm going to fly a drone over this field in the next video, and you guys will be able to really tell how much worse it's gotten. But I mentioned it in the last video whenever I flew the drone over this field, and I said that it was really hard to plant anything. You can't plant any oats or anything beneficial for the cattle because of how destroyed this field is, and it's even worse now. So, and you also run the risk of calves and even full-grown cattle coming through here and breaking legs, ankles, whatever. Because I know whenever we were coming through there, I almost fell over a couple of times. It's bad. Because, I mean, you're walking on level ground, and then all of a sudden, boom, you drop off into about 1.5 foot, 2 foot little ditch, and you don't even realize it. You don't know that it's coming. So it's crazy.
Yeah, when people see Texas take drastic measures to kill hogs, like helicopters and the traps that fall, you know, the whole trap falls, and they think we're being ridiculous. But you have no idea how many thousands of dollars these dudes doing damage in a night.
Yeah.
Much less year round.
Absolutely.
And so we've got to do what we can, and we're not putting a dent in the population. What we're doing is we're just trying to get them to leave for a while. And when they come back, we try to stay on top of them. So,
and I believe it does work. I mean, I think it's very beneficial for us to come out here. And I think with rifle hunting, you come out here, and between two of us, we could probably shoot, you know, 4 or 5 out of a group, and they'll disappear for a couple of weeks. But with a bow, you can come out here and you can take 5, 6, 7, 8. I think in December through about halfway through January, between him and I, we killed about 20 with our bows, and that was out of several different groups. And if we were to come out here and do that with a rifle, they would stay gone. And if we were to shoot a couple out of one group, then all of the groups would tend to stay away and not hang around for a little bit. But with bows, they're going to stay in the area. We're going to be able to shoot a whole lot more pigs, and then they'll stay away for a couple of weeks. And I think that's part of a plus side, you know, with shooting with a bow. I think you can shoot several more, and you can take them out of more groups as you could with just coming out here with a rifle and shooting 4 or 5 in one group, and then they all stay away. But I think it's beneficial. I hope that makes sense. But we have a lot of fun doing it. I have a lot of fun filming this for you guys. I hope y'all are enjoying it. I'm going to try to get back out here, and I think both of us are going to try to get back out here and do some more of this spot and stock style hunt together, because it's a whole lot easier together.
oh yeah.
And I think that I haven't looked at the footage yet, but the angle of this camera that you guys that we're filming on right now, I hope that turned out really good, because we've never done anything like that before, and we're going to try to mix some things up, and hope that y'all are enjoying it. It's been a whole lot of fun. But
yeah, we've hunted together a long time.
yeah.
We just haven't ever hunted together on video.
Yeah.
It's the first time.
It's been first time.
In fact, one time we caught in 3 coyotes. I lip squeaked 3 coyotes into this field, and he shot all 3 of them with the rifle one night. That was pretty cool.
That was awesome. I wish that was one of those hunts that we wish that we could have had on film, because that was really incredible. I couldn't believe that. That was something else. That's one of those hunts that you'll never forget. But this is, if you guys missed it, this is James with Have Dominion Outdoors. His channel will be linked down below. You guys can jump over there and check him out. He's filming a lot of the similar hunts that I am, but he's also on public land, so he's going to be doing some different stuff than I am, and we're going to be doing some bow fishing and some different stuff together in this upcoming spring and summer. So you guys will want to stay tuned for that. But public land is something that I've never done before, and I want to get into it this year, because how many acres is there open to bow hunters? 18,000, is that what you said?
18,000 around us. There's over 1 million in Texas.
Yeah, so, I mean, thousands upon thousands of acres of public land, and if you guys are looking for a place to hunt and can't find any private land, just go do some research on the internet, and you can find some public land to do some hunting near you. And like I said, there's about 18,000 acres around us, and it's loaded down with hogs and deer, and you just have to go find your spot and set up, and make sure you have the correct licenses and that sort of thing. But yeah, if you guys are having some trouble finding private land, public land is a great option, and I would highly recommend it just to get out in the field. It's a super cheap kind of way to get into it and start out. And yeah, it'll be a challenge packing in gear and packing out gear, but I think it's a much more rewarding hunt whenever you do it public land style and having to really put in the work. So not hunting over feeders and that sort of thing, but all in all, it's been awesome.
Yeah, we'll see if I feel that way next year this time.
May regret
but that
it.
is the idea. Yeah, that is the idea. Yeah. It is a challenge, but maybe worth it. So we'll see if it pays off.
All in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We had a lot of fun filming it together. Be on the lookout, like I said, for some bow fishing from us. And I think that's all I've got. We're going to try to be out here and put some more hogs on the ground, so you guys want to stay tuned for that as well. I appreciate all the love and support. Again, go check this guy's channel out. He's got a lot of great content, and my Instagram will be linked down below at 4B Bow Hunting and Outdoors if you guys want to check that out as well. And with all that being said, we'll catch you guys on the next one.